Both fighters were better than they were in the first fight.
There's only 2 clear rounds that are Fury's.
I had it 115, 113 for Usyk.
He didn't look that worried about Fury's power.
90% of people in agreement, Usyk won the fight.
I don't think there's any excuses on Fury's side. I think that is the best version of Fury.
Fury looked like he was going to crap himself because he didn't know what was coming next.
Because Usyk is better in most of the round.
Fury's jab annoyed me.
Welcome back to Boxcast. In this episode, we are going to discuss the contest, the Usyk versus Fury 2 contest, an event in Riyadh that's just taken place. So, yeah, Sam, shall we start with the main event? Usyk versus Fury 2. Correct result?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that was pretty obvious, although there's quite a lot of people...
Is there?
No, it's just Usyk fans, Usyk side, and some Brits. Other than that, I don't think there's too many people contesting the result. Other than those with a vested interest in Fury.
I think we'll come to the fight in a sec.
Mm-hmm.
I've been on YouTube all morning and all the other social media platforms. I think 90% of people in agreement, Usyk won the fight. It's just that the scores, in their opinion, were wide. Okay. But like I say, most people did think Usyk won the fight. I mean, what an event.
Do you know what that is? Because he did.
Yeah.
Carry on.
I mean, what an event it was. I mean, the start with the laser shows.
They're getting better and better at the
absolutely
events.
Unreal. I loved it.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved the start of it. It was fantastic.
They've got it's a bit too quick now, but they've got the pacing a bit better. They've got a lot of fights. I think a little bit of break in between would have been nice.
I'd like to hear from the fighters
whether they like to just
after
get
the fights.
Because we didn't really get any.
Yeah, I understand why they're not, but I'd like to hear from them. Obviously, it was a massive card, so they've got to get through it quite quick.
Well, they sort of stuck to the times, which is good. Staying up because it's a long event to watch. So,
but yeah, the start, you had the drum player doing the Rocky music, and then these trees that were going on fire, and the Sandman.
They've got better as they've done. We've done the first event, and they've got better and better as they've gone along.
Absolutely superb. Now to the fight. Where do you start? Both fighters were better than they were in the first fight.
Yeah. I don't think there's any excuses on Fury's side. I think that is the best version of Fury.
Yeah.
It's no complaints on that you could do better. I think that was the best of his.
It wasn't as exciting as the first fight. I think what we forget from the first fight is if you take that 9th round away,
it's pretty much the same.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I think that the more the excitement in the first fight, it was more roller coaster because you got Usyk started stronger.
Yeah.
Then he had Fury where he did have a bit of dominance, and you thought, oh, it's changing, and then it's changed back to Usyk, and then obviously that 9th round added that bit of
drama.
The bit of.
But this was just
consistent.
Two guys doing a chess match.
I think you've got to give credit, isn't it? Because I want to say some stuff Fury fans aren't like, so I want to start by praising Fury first. I think it's a fantastic performance from Fury. I think he stepped it up. He took it seriously. I think he is the number 2 heavyweight in the world at this moment in time. It just unfortunately came up against the number 1, and the number 1 is, I think, not just a level. I think he's a few levels above in boxing skill, and yeah. He lost. I don't like the fact that they keep going on about it. In the first fight, fair enough, you can argue a case, but you were the one who was likely to go out, as in Fury. So it was a win for Usyk, but closer. I think this was a wider win for Usyk. I don't think it's as close. The rounds were close, but I don't think it's as close if you add up all the rounds, because I think Usyk was ahead in most of the rounds. But that's no, before people go, oh, They will anyway.
I
think Fury was fantastic. I think he's a fantastic thing for boxing because he's made the heavyweight thing with his trilogy against Deontay Wilder. And I think the 2 fights here, he has made, boxing bigger. So that's good for everybody who likes boxing or involved in boxing.
I think you had Frank Warren saying he had it by 2 or 3 rounds. You had Spencer Brown saying by the same, saying it was an absolute robbery. Shut up, Spencer Brown, you plum.
You can understand why Warren says it. He sits his boxer. Eddie Hearns, I don't understand, although he was a bit on the fence.
But no one, apart from them 3 and some Australian reporter at the... But
did you see the one in the press conference?
Yeah, he's Australian, so he's...
So let's set
apart from that, no one said that... People were complaining about the scores, but no one was saying Fury won.
Yeah.
That was the big thing I got from it.
Yeah.
Even Frank Warren, he wasn't saying it was a robbery. He was just saying about the scores.
Well, the thing is, if you take like both guys' performances, you can argue the case it's closer. But if you analyse every individual round, it is quite wide. Because Usyk is better in most of the rounds. There's only 2 clear rounds that are Fury's. Rounds. I think then there's a lot of close rounds. But
I had it 115, 113 for Usyk.
Let me get my scorecard.
A 40.
He made yours first. It's more sensible.
He made Tyson Fury work for every single round.
Yeah.
And what Fury didn't do was he didn't win 2 rounds on the bounce.
He didn't get allowed to.
If he did win a round, Usyk come out the next round and made sure he won it. I thought, some people might disagree with this, I thought Tyson Fury started to look a bit old in there at times. I think he was...
Well, I've seen a few people comment that he looked like tired. Like he's not like...
And you know what? You're going to be, because, like I say, Usyk was making him work for every second. And what Fury didn't do was switch off this time. Because
he was focused all the way through.
But, going into this fight, people were saying, Fury's got to do better. He's just got to do this, this, and this. Yeah, but what people were, a few people were saying was, that was the best of Usyk. No, Usyk upped his game as well, and his combinations were just fantastic. His foot movement, that hand movement he does. Every time he did it, Fury looked like he was going to crap himself because he didn't know what was coming next.
Well, you got to consider the reach disadvantage he's at against the guy who's got, and Fury's jab is good. And he was getting landed someone, and then Usyk just neutralised it.
Fury's jab annoyed me. Because
I mean, not in this fight, I'm saying in general. Fury's jab is quite a good weapon.
But he doesn't use it properly in my eyes.
Okay.
What he tends to do, which I noticed with Usyk, is, and like it's been seen, his gloves don't half bend back.
He paws with it.
He doesn't sometimes even paw with it. He'll put it on his face, and then he'll throw that uppercut. I mean, he didn't throw the uppercut enough, but I was just like, and I could see Usyk complaining about it, or he'd paw it, and he'd crack him at the back of the head.
He did that a lot in the Wilder fight.
If you're able to paw him, use it as a weapon.
Well, he did that in the Wilder fights, didn't he? When he worked out the trick, he could, and obviously Wilder's not has the IQ of Usyk to get round, so it's basically block your vision, and then you've got a right hand coming from long range that you can't see, and it worked against Wilder. Unfortunately, it didn't have as much impact against Usyk.
I thought what Usyk did though,
because he was catching him with his left hand.
I found Usyk. He was willing to take a few shots to get a few off as well.
Well, this is one of the things I picked up. I was thinking about it this morning. Is he didn't look that worried about Fury's power.
No.
In the first one, he was. In this one, and he got caught in it with the uppercuts and stuff. In this one, he got a few uppercuts. He got a few good punches off him. He didn't stop going forward.
No,
I've felt your power. I know what you are. I can take it. Fury was, like you said, the one who looked more worried when he started doing this.
There were even times,
you could see him visibly go back.
Usyk was even waving him in at times, and
yeah, come on, let's go.
Fury said after the fight he was on the front foot the whole fight. You weren't, mate.
No.
Don't get me. There was a battle for centre of the ring a lot of the times.
Good battle for the centre ring.
But you weren't on the front foot.
Usyk was the one on the front foot.
You really weren't.
He backed him up a couple of times, isn't it? About 2 or 3 times. Like sustained, not like one. Taking one step back isn't backing him up. We backed him up about 2 or 3 times. The rest of the time, he was the one who was getting backed up. Now, to be fair to him, like you said, the battle for the centre, he played for foot well to keep it like circling around, but Usyk was the more aggressive. And
I think that was is Fury got tired.
Well, I think it's Usyk made him.
Fury,
it's just hard to keep up with his relentless
That's what I'm saying. Is Fury got tired?
Well, it's one of the other points I have. It wasn't fought as Fury's fight. The fight was like what Usyk wanted to do. It was his like ring generalmanship to push the pace because the pace was ridiculous. Yeah, the fact that Fury's got to the end is quite good because I think that says a lot for Fury because his pace was just relentless. He fights like a middleweight at like heavyweight, which is ridiculous. No, like I said, I've got to give a lot of credit to Fury because he's made the event, and I think that's probably is like a heavyweight. That's the toughest fight I think Usyk has had.
I think Fury at times he was looking for that one perfect shot, which is a mistake to make against Usyk because I don't think you're going to find that one perfect shot.
You've got to.
I mean, what Fury did have success with is when he was throwing combinations, and I think he should have done more. But maybe he just can't. I
think it's not like I've seen Lennox Lewis's thing, or I've seen a comment. I haven't watched. I need to watch the clip properly, but the gist of it was basically that he didn't do the right thing. I don't think it's that he didn't try. I think he just can't. It's you're allowed for the opposition doesn't allow you to play your game. He just played. It was Usyk's fight. Like in the first fight, there was a bit where Fury got to make it his fight in the middle rounds. I think in this one, it was basically. Even though Fury had success and he won a few, in my card, only a few rounds, but a few rounds, it was basically Oleksandr Usyk's fight. It was fought at his pace, what he wanted to do. He was mainly the one being aggressive. He was the mainly one.
Yeah, it says something when you go back to the corner at the end of the 11th from Fury's camp is saying, it's now or never.
Yeah.
That tells a story on its own.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh, you win in, just win this. It's now or never. You say that to someone, that means you've got to go out and knock them out.
KO time.
So they went, to say, oh, yeah, we were comfortably ahead going into... Well, your corner didn't think so.
No.
Because they're telling you it's now or never.
Well, in a fight, if it's that close, you can't be that thing. You've got to go for it. And then he came out in the 12th round and started like that. As if he needed a KO.
Yeah,
and I think he saved up some energy, but it's too late.
Yeah, but Usyk stood there and traded with him.
Yeah. I agree with like you said. I think Fury was more afraid of Usyk's punches than Usyk was afraid of Fury's
Fury,
punches.
Apparently,
Although it was an easy fight for Fury again, allegedly.
Yeah, and, watching the press conferences after the fight, it just shows the two. I've watched Fury's and Usyk, and it just shows how different the two men are. Fury saying... he's not the hardest. It wasn't the hardest fight he's had. He's not the best. He isn't his best opponent. Basically, a Christmas gift. Whereas Usyk's just humble. Fury's my best opponent. Yeah, a warn. It's just yin and yang.
Well, no, he's true. It's more like true. It's just class. Usyk is the guy with the class.
That's what it is.
Yeah, Fury is a lot of gamemanship and talk, and I think in reality he's probably a far nicer person than that. It's what Usyk said. It is, and a lot of other people have said as well. But like you've got to be, sometimes you've got to hold your hand up and go, yeah, the better guy won.
Do you know,
because it wasn't that close.
I'd give him a lot more respect if he just come out and went, do you know what? Yeah, he beat me that time. And you get a lot more respect for that.
Yeah, there's no shame in losing to him.
You and all your team blabbering on crap.
There's no substance to it.
Get a grip. You got beat fair and square by the better man. You put up a great performance.
You should take credit in that. The fact that's one of the best heavyweight performances.
I get
it. Up against somebody who's amazing.
You've put your heart and soul for 12 weeks, for 3 months in beating this man.
Mm-hmm.
And when you don't get it, I mean, we saw how AJ reacted after the Usyk second fight. It's going to happen because you've made so
moment,
many sacrifices. You're going to be absolutely devastated.
I can understand why Fury or when you're in the moment and you're high on all your hormones and everything pumping around, your adrenaline, whatever, you can make some. But that's where your corner should be sensible enough to go, yeah, all right, cool. Yeah. And at least in that bit, telling the truth, yeah, you've got to face it. But this is your second fight. If it's a first one, all right, you can argue to get the rematch. Fair enough. I don't want to see a third one. I know there's people, what for? What's there
doesn't need to be a third one because it'll be even more convincing.
I do have an issue with some of the presenters. I'm going to put this out there because it's annoying. Like, obviously, we were sat there watching it. Some of the things they say, there's one of them, I don't know who it was, I probably wouldn't point them out directly anyway, but like they were like, yeah, it's a chance for Fury to become undisputed again. Now, Simon, I'm a bit hazy. When was Fury last undisputed? Can you clarify for me, please? Should we ask the AI and see?
But all the presenters did have Usyk winning.
Yeah.
From what I've heard, all the presenters, not by the 116, was it 116, well, 112?
The thing is, if 116, 112 was the result, unanimous.
But they all said the right man won.
No, it's just that, like, if you're going to say something, at least make it factual. But put your point behind it. Yeah, Fury's been, is he twice world champion? And he's got a really good resume. And the people he's beaten, fantastic. He's a fantastic boxer.
His resume's rubbish.
Yeah, anyway, I was being polite. So, he's got Deontay Wilder on there 3 times though, Simon.
No, do you know what I find interesting is about 3-4 years ago, we were all going, who's the best heavyweight? Is it Joshua? Is it Wilder? Is it Fury? We didn't even mention Usyk.
No, I did. As a cruiserweight. I said if he comes up, he will beat him. But before we started this podcast...
No one was mentioning Usyk. It was all...
Not a heavyweight, no.
Joshua, Dubois,
well, no,
Fury.
It was Wilder, Joshua and Fury were the main candidates.
And this little guy from Ukraine has just absolutely wiped the floor with us Brits.
No, but off the record, before we started this, we had this conversation about when Joshua made the fight first time with Fury, with Usyk, and they were all trying to get the Fury, and we had this thing, and I did say, I'm going to put it on, listen, that's the wrong fight to make, because this guy beats all of these.
Yeah, everyone said that, but it was Joshua that chose the fight.
Yeah. It was the wrong order. I said he should have gone round the others like Wilder and Fury, because I think he's got a chance of beating both of those, then go to this guy.
Yeah, look.
It ends up with it. We got more entertainment, so it's all good.
I put Usyk now as an all-time great.
Yeah, I think he has to be.
Up there with Ali, Lennox Lewis, Rocky Marciano,
Tyson,
George Foreman, all them. And he's in...
The real Tyson, Mike Tyson.
And he's in talks for the best ever in my eyes.
Yeah.
Might sound controversial, but he's just... Everything he does is just fantastic.
I think he's in the conversation you can make a good case that he's the best heavyweight ever.
Not just the best heavyweight ever, the best boxer ever.
And with that, the best boxer.
I'm not just talking about heavyweight, I'm talking about the best boxer ever. He's pound for pound number one by a long way.
Well, you only mentioned heavyweights, that's why I was saying. There are some other in the lower weights who are like fantastic boxers.
I'd like to see him retire now.
Well, I think that the only thing is because he had to give up the IBF belt. I think that's there. I said it before. Did I not say in the preview if he wins, he should retire? Yeah. I think, I agree.
There's no fight out there for him.
There's nobody worth fighting out there. I know Daniel Dubois did get the ring, which you were really happy about.
Daniel Dubois, you absolute sausage.
First of all, can we just point out you've got a fight on February the 22nd against Joseph Parker,
which you're not going to win.
Mug. On current form, he is as good as you are.
You do not go in the ring when a guy's mid-interview and your team around you should be ashamed because they should have grabbed hold of you and said, wait, you would have got your chance to talk. You don't do it mid-flow, you absolute plant pot.
Yeah.
And every comment I've read, everyone is saying the same thing. You could be the next superstar of heavyweight boxing.
So you need to learn
But
how to
your fan following is just going down and down and down and down because you've got no charisma. Your timing's absolutely woeful. And then you go and do that. It's just...
You can get in the ring, but wait till the right moment to have that thing. When
Don't go and try and take it.
The limelight from the guy who's just
talking about his kids, and you interrupt him. You're a disgrace, to be honest.
Yeah.
And enough on that.
Disrupting him while he was telling the story about his two sons winning judo belts.
Wound me up. I know Joseph Parker absolutely batters you. But anyway.
Yeah, he's in the conversation for...
No, he's not.
No, Dubois. I mean, Usyk for one of the best.
As for Fury...
What do you think for Fury? Yeah, go on.
I mean, he's still got the AJ fight.
I think that has to happen now, innit?
That can happen. He's still going to go down as a great.
He is?
Absolutely good.
Yeah, we get comments like we don't... I've never said, like, we know how good Fury is. He is a fantastic boxer.
After Fury's 7th or 8th fight, I turned around to the group of lads we were with and I said, he'll dethrone Klitschko, this fella. And everyone laughed at me and I went, he will, because he's got the balls and he's mad enough to.
Yeah, he put a plan. It's a fantastic plan.
And, you know, to what he did against Klitschko, let's not forget, Klitschko would have been dominant for how many years? And he absolutely boxed his head off.
Yeah.
And then he went off the rails, mental health. He was, 35 stone, whatever. He couldn't even talk properly, couldn't even walk the stairs. Come back, fought Deontay Wilder 3 times. All right, he wasn't a great boxer, but was knocking everyone out put in front of him. Mm-hmm. Destroyed Dillian White. Had 4 fights with Derek Chisora, which is...
It's not an easy task.
No, it's not. Although, he won comfortably and more. It's still... And then had 2 fantastic fights with Oleksandr Usyk, so he does go down as a great. And he is...
Saying he's not good is distracting from Usyk. It's nothing. Fury is a fantastic boxer.
Fury really
and Usyk is just that level above. It's not telling you that Fury is bad. It's how good Usyk is. That's what I think people need to appreciate. Fury is a fantastic boxer. And yeah, I don't like how, the extra talk and some of the other bits and pieces. I'm not a fan of that. But I understand why he does it.
Take all that away and let's just go to boxing.
But just as a pure boxer, he's a fantastic boxer. For the size, his movement is fantastic. Usually in mind games, he wins.
Yeah,
I think he lost in mind games, but that's...
And 9 times out of 10, he'd beat any other heavyweight.
Yeah.
From now till the past 20 years, I'd say he beats them.
Yeah. If he fought 3 fights, he's at least likely going to win 2. You might get caught by a heavy hit, but other than that, he's likely to. And then he did get caught by Deontay Wilder. He's one of the few people who've got up.
But he's
and I think that
fast.
was prime Deontay, not like Deontay post-fight. And Fury's never been the same.
He's fast on his feet, fast hands, good combination punching.
He's even catching Usyk.
Yeah.
It's not an easy thing.
Good powers of recovery, develop power, punch variation really good. He is a fantastic boxer. It's just
you're up against somebody better.
Usyk is better, and unfortunately, sometimes that's a harder pill to swallow.
Yeah, that there's somebody better than you.
It is a harder pill to swallow,
and I think that's where they're having the difficulty when you've always said, "Yeah, I'm the greatest of all time." Blah blah blah.
Callum Smith has had that issue. Anthony Joshua has had that issue.
Yeah.
A lot of boxers have had that issue, and if someone's better than you.
They're just better than you.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it. It was a great performance by Usyk. It was a great performance by Fury. It was a really good intrigue. Wasn't exciting as I thought it was.
It's more of chess matches. Yeah. It was higher level boxing. It's like the Bivol Beterbiev type.
It was just superb, and like I say, I had Usyk 115, 113.
Oh, have I said my card yet?
Yours was ridiculous.
118, 110, 260.
You just that.
Okay, just actually,
no,
I'm going
that's
to do CompuBox.
It's ridiculous, mate.
CompuBox is 10 rounds to 2. The AI, which I've got on here, not the AI they used. The AI they used was 118, 112 in the ring one. But like that's given the first round and the 12th round as a draw, which the first round you can make it a good argument, but like the 12th isn't a draw. Where's my one? Just give me one sec. And the one we use for us now. Take it. They've only used like to do it properly. They like to get all the angles and the feed. Unfortunately, they didn't get the feed from there because they were using their own AI. And this one is one of the up and coming ones that's being developed. So they've said themselves it's only from the like what the public could watch. So normal, the same screen as basically we all get. Their scorecard is 117.6 versus 110.4. So basically 118, 110. They give it 2 rounds. There's 2 rounds that could go in Fury's way.
No. That is wrong.
Just saying, when you take the emotion out of it, it's 118, 110.
It's not, mate. It really, really isn't. And that is doing an injustice to Tyson Fury. I'm sorry.
I think it's an injustice on the performance, but like if you actually analyse the rounds, I think
no, you're wrong.
116, 112 is not that far from the correct score.
Your scorecard is wrong by a long, long way, mate. And it's a good job you're not a judge because you get sacked.
On what basis?
That you'd a biased bastard.
118, 110. Look, I agree with the AI.
I am a massive Usyk fan, and I wanted him to win, but your scorecard was so bad.
First one, they're equal, right? 6 punches each. Usyk had more power punches. Fury had more jabs. Second one, 16-11. Usyk won. Third one is close. Third round is the one I gave to Fury, but it was 12-1. But again, Usyk had more power punches, so it's close. Fourth round, it was 11-10 to Usyk, 11-10 to Fury, which is the one the AI gives, as the fourth round is the one more there, and he had more power punches in that one as well. Fifth round is 15-13, like we said, Usyk comes back and takes it back. Sixth round is 14-10. Seventh round is 12-9. Eighth round is 15-12. Ninth round is 21-16. The 10th round is 16-15, but the 10th round is the one that's close. And I think because Fury landed more power punches, it's the one the AI gives the other way. 11th round is 22-14 to Usyk, and the 12th round is 20-16. And again, most of those rounds either equal or he has more power punches. So, yeah. And the other AI said the same, so I'm sticking to my score.
No, you're very...
The logical scorecard is not there.
Very, very wrong, mate. You
I'm
really
being facetious, obviously. I'm being stupid. But people who are arguing the score, 116, 112 is not... That's about the realistic distance between the two of them.
If you, you know...
You can give rounds of the way, but realistically, 4-round difference for most of the people who are more
scoring
neutral.
Is subjective, and that's what people have to realise. You do one round the other way, it goes to 115-13, like I had it. If I do it the other way, it goes.
If I'm being fair, from my point of view, there was 2 rounds that clearly Fury's. Like you could see where he looked like the better fighter, and there was a bit of distance between him and Usyk. Now, actually, if you look at the punches, they're closer, but like because they swung, but it was where Fury looked like doing what he should have been doing, and he was ahead of him from the viewpoint. He had more aggression. He was on the front foot. Then you get that. And then there's 2 rounds that are close that you can give either way. Like, obviously, I gave him to Usyk, but if you give him the other way, then it is 116, 112. And I think that's about a fair result. I don't think you can make too much of a case on a logical basis that it's closer.
I mean, I've watched the fight 3 times now because I watched it when I left. After watching, I watched it again this morning. And every time it's 115, 113. But I say... If I take one of them rounds and give it to Fury, it's 114, 114. So that's the fine margins you're talking about. That's why judging it's all people's opinions, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's why I'm mentioning all right, AI isn't great yet.
Look,
like I said,
AI, forget about AI because that is.
But it is interesting what it comes up with. Yeah, because you've got to add up. No, it's not that far.
It is.
But if you look at what they did, there's rounds where you have the high impact punches, the things that make a difference, how many you land, how much pressure you're applying, and how much aggression you're on the front foot. There's only like 2, 3, 4 rounds where you can make a case for Tyson Fury. All the others basically go the way of Oleksandr Usyk.
I'm saying
because
it
he's
now.
the guy. Because if you judge by what people judge, people on the front foot, who's the most aggressive, who throws the better punches and more punches, and most of the things that you would criteria you would use to judge by.
But no,
Usyk has an advantage.
A lot of people judge differently.
Yeah, based on what criteria? You've got to judge based on something.
Yeah, but some people have different criteria.
Yeah, what criteria?
Well, some people will go on counter punching. Some people will go on body punching. Some people will go.
Yeah, but if you land one counter punch, does that outrule the other guy landing 20 punches on you?
It depends where you are. It's got to be a clean punch, though. There weren't many punches thrown clean in that
The cleaner
fight.
punches are landed by Oleksandr Usyk.
There weren't
That's
many.
what they.
And I'm telling you now, I hope
Rolls.
AI judges never come into boxing.
Well, I don't think they should be the ones that make the scoring, but
Should
it's
never
nice
be
to
in
have
there.
them compared to what the
See, you're
humans
just
get.
you're a future man.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
just
I
taking
like
away all the jobs for humans,
Yes.
and
Get
that's
rid of them all. They're so biased.
wrong.
No, I don't
So
have a
wrong.
disagreement with the judges' scorecards. I think they're correct. I think because they did say there's different rounds scored different ways, so those judges haven't scored exactly the same. They've given different rounds because obviously, different people like different things. It's what you're looking
Exactly,
for.
because they've got their own criteria. That's what I've just said.
But no, my point isn't. I'm being like I said, I'm playing on the AI stuff just to be controversial. But on the scorecards, I think that's the result. I don't think it's closer, and I don't think it's further apart. If you judge it fairly, I think all three judges there have got to however they've scored the rounds, they've got to the correct score. It should be unanimous. It should be 116, 112. Yeah, like you said, you can give a round. Because it's only 115 to 113, 160 is only one round.
Exactly.
But you can't, you could score maybe one round the other way. So but 116, 112, I think is about the fair. The difference between them is about 4 rounds in this fight. On the performances. And that's still a fantastic performance. I think to get that many rounds against Usyk is still fantastic.
Yeah.
Because the Muppet who jumped in the ring didn't get one. Daniel Dubois. And they're arguing about having a rematch. You got the floor wiped with you in the first fight.
Yeah.
Anyway, right. I just wanted to put that out there. But yeah, so people arguing about the scores. No, I think they're about right. Yeah, you could go.
Look, forget about
this way or that way.
What you need to do
the correct man won. That's
forget
what
about
matters.
forget
and
about
it should
the
have been
scores.
unanimous. It wasn't like a.
Forget about the
first one
scores.
split
The right
decision.
man won. It was a great spectacle again.
Right. Let's move on to the rest of the fights because there was a few other fights, isn't there, in this thing?
Yeah.
So let me get the
Moses Itauma,
as we go. Yeah.
who I've been raving about for some time now.
So we've had some comments that we don't like British fighters. Wait a minute, we love Moses Itauma. It's fantastic.
Have you seen
Fantastic
me with, have you seen me with
performance.
AJ?
And Simon said he was good, so we know he's good.
No, I've been
Yeah, fantastic performance.
a big fan of this guy.
19-year-old boxer against an experienced, been around the course a few times, Aussie, pro, and he destroyed him. Absolutely destroyed him.
What this guy has got.
His footwork for the size
It's not
and
just
the punching
his
and the
footwork,
timing
and
is
I'm going to
fantastic.
say this. He's a faster puncher than Usyk.
He's probably a faster puncher than most in that division.
He's a faster puncher than Usyk, and that's what's doing it for him. His speed is ridiculous. And this guy is, mate, he's still got puppy fat on him.
Like we said, he's only 19. Yeah, a fantastic prospect.
Watch out for this guy. Yeah. He could go all the way. Be interesting to see who they match him up with next.
I hope they don't rush him too much because I think, all right, he's a class above the person he was fighting there, but there's still a lot of dangerous people in heavyweight. You can be caught and it can go. I think if they guide him correctly, there's a future world champion there.
He'll be fighting,
and maybe more than that.
I'll tell you this: he'll be fighting for a world heavyweight title within 12 months.
I could see that.
Honestly.
Depending on what happens with the things, yeah, I think there's a potential. There's a future world champion there.
I don't get me
barring
wrong.
any hiccups, it's a future world
Yeah,
champion.
like I say, I'd like to see him in with some more.
They've got to build him up. Yeah, you need to come up against. You need to fight.
I'd like to see him up with someone who's got who's going to give him someone like I said to you last night, like a Joe Joyce. Because all right, yeah, Joe Joyce got cleared out by Zhang, but Joe Joyce does have a really good chin, and he ain't just going to lie down and get poleaxed in a round.
He needs to be challenged. You need to give him different kinds of challenges to round him out as a fighter.
I got the impression that they were going to have. I don't know if we should we can come on to this fight while we do it. Was the winner of Johnny Fisher, Dave Allen, would fight the winner of Moses Itauma. Johnny Fisher needs to stay well away from Moses Itauma.
Well, we're going to get onto that fight, so we'll do that then, isn't it?
Needs to stay well away from him because they are on way two different levels.
I would see something that happened in this fight happen to Fisher. That's not being disrespectful. Fisher is just how good I think Itauma is.
Yeah,
I think Although we're going to get into the Fisher fight, so we'll speak it on. So I don't think there's much more to say. Itauma, wow.
Watch out for him. Keep your eye on him. Hopefully he's back out again, February, March.
Well, he didn't even break a sweat here, so I don't think there's not much to do.
What he's done is right in front of Turkey Al-Sheikh.
Put his name on the top of that list. And well done to him. Yeah. Fantastic. Right, Serhii Bohachuk and Ishmael Davis. Again, I think what we said was going to happen, but to be fair, I was impressed with Ishmael Davis. Stepping in was 2 weeks' notice, 3 weeks' notice.
Yeah, do you know what? Fair play to him. He's got a good payday there.
He made it a fight, and he got in some good punches, but just,
made a fight.
Tough against Bohachuk. He's just
great decision by the corner.
Tough call. Well, I think he sort of said it, and they pulled him. I think it was about the right time. They give him enough chance to fight because he can do other things. That you don't want to get destroyed by this guy. So.
No.
And Bohachuk needs to get one of the other contenders in their division.
Bohachuk basically he's got to work his way back up, hasn't he? Unfortunately, because let's not forget.
Well, he's supposed to be fighting Madrimov, which would have been both of them getting their way back.
I mean, and the Madrimov fight could still happen if Madrimov comes through. Ortiz, Bohachuk versus Madrimov could happen middle of next year because I still think that's a great fight.
But it depends what Virgil Ortiz is. If Virgil Ortiz pulls it off, because obviously Virgil Ortiz is the one who's got a close decision.
Yeah, then he could get a rematch.
But I think there's enough other fighters in that thing. He needs to be in that mix.
He's a good fighter.
Because he is in that mix.
He's just non-stop aggression.
Mm-hmm. He doesn't look it, but he's got that wiry strength. I want to use your words. I'm going to steal wiry strength, and he can take a punch.
He's really good. He's really good.
Good, but better fight than I thought. I thought it was going to be more one-sided. And
but I think that's that. Yeah, credit to him.
And he's a good boxer.
And this is what happens when you stay in shape. You can
get into the fight.
Yeah, and
good luck to him in the future, I think.
Yeah,
I'd like to see him again. Next was the one we started talking about, heavyweight one, Fisher versus Allen. Now here, I think that was the wrong decision.
Well, here we got this wrong.
Yeah, well, we said Fisher. So, it started the way we said it was going to start. In the first 3-4 rounds, it was you can see what's going to happen.
Have you seen the Dave Allen interview after it?
No.
I forgot what his words were, but he basically said, mate, that first round, he was punching me and he said, I was coughing up lungs. He's like, wow. Now, I said Dave Allen was a tough lad. And boy, oh boy, is he a tough lad.
What we said is we thought, this up-and-comer's coming up and he's on his way down.
But I think, we'll come to the result in a minute, but credit to Johnny Fisher as well, because he's a tough lad.
Because, we thought he was going to go.
But Dave Allen, to me, showed experience versus newbie.
Yeah.
Because he basically old man him in there at times. He did all the tricks in the book.
But it's what we said. It's got the chance. We just think Fisher's good enough that he will get through it, and Allen is enough on the decline. But it was the last hurrah of the old.
What Johnny Fisher needs to do, Johnny Fisher seems to load up with every single punch he throws.
There needs to be more variation.
Just take your time. Don't throw every punch to knock someone out. He'll learn a hell of a lot from that fight, Johnny Fisher.
Yeah.
He'll learn what the Dave Allen was doing when he was leaning on him, when to clinch.
Those things you learn by experience.
Yeah, and fair play to Dave Allen.
Very good at all those things.
Now the scoring, Dave Allen was robbed.
Yeah, because if you got
let's give the first 4 rounds to Johnny Fisher.
They were, yeah,
yeah,
and then every other one is basically Allen's. This is CompuBoxes, so we give the first 4 rounds are Fisher. Every other one is Allen, and the last round was close, although Allen was a bit ahead.
Even if you give Johnny Fisher the last round,
so
yeah, that's 5 rounds apiece, but there's a 10-8 round, so it still goes to Dave Allen.
Exactly.
And I feel sorry for Dave Allen.
I've got my AI on this one as well. While I'm bringing it up,
I really feel sorry for him, but what a guy. Didn't complain about it. Unlike some people that we know, just said, they're going to look after the prospect. Yeah, I understand that, but he deserved his fight there. But
when they came up with split decision, we said that. We said, we can see this. We know which way this is going to go.
It was bad, and I really feel for Dave Allen. I like Dave Allen. He done really, really well. I think he was surprised at how well Johnny Fisher did as well, taking some of the shots. It was a great fight.
I don't think Dave Allen expected, and his corner expected him to be winning. I think they thought it was just about how good a performance he was going to put to win.
I think Jamie Moore thought he was going to win.
Okay.
I think they come in with a game plan that they would, let him have the first few rounds. This guy's going to gas out. Yeah, he is going to gas out because he throws everything, and then you can
turn it around.
Yeah, but what I don't think they were expecting was that he'll stand there and trade and take punches with. The pair of them the punches they were landing on each other.
Yeah, they've got
ridiculous
solid chins.
Look, Johnny.
Well, the first 4 rounds, you thought Dave Allen's going to get knocked out here.
I think,
and then after he turned it round, you thought Fisher's going to get knocked out here because there was bits where he was just clinching.
Slugfest.
But the fact that he kept going made
I think what
it's
is realised is that Johnny Fisher, he's not going to be world level, but he could be really good British domestic level. Dave Allen, I want to see the rematch. I don't think it's a good idea for either of them to have the rematch straight away. But
I just see why Fisher was given it because he's the prospect, and he if he can learn from that, then because it was like you said, it's a newbie versus the experienced guy. But it is a bit bad on Dave Allen because the AI had it 93, 90, 92 and a half to 96 and a half. I think that's a bit wide of the scores
again. AI
but it's 4 versus 6 and the knockdown. So
even Eddie Hearn said.
What's that add up to? We're going to carry on working.
Eddie Hearn said he had it Dave Allen by a round. I had it Dave Allen by a round. If they'd have said draw, I could have dealt with that. But to have Johnny Fisher winning, there were times in the round where Johnny Fisher was landing really, really clean punches. Do you know what? I'm going to watch that fight back again in silence and see if I come up with a different decision, so I'm not going to make me
96, 90, it's about right.
I'm going to watch it
because it's a 10-8 round, isn't it? You got to take it. It's basically, it should be 6 rounds to Allen, 4 rounds to Fisher, plus the knockdown. Then it's 97. It's like 96, 93.
I'm going to watch it in silence.
2 rounds his way, and then 1 for the thing.
Yeah.
Like you said, the last round is close, so you can score it either way. If you score that the other way, and then but you've still got the knockdown, it's still by 2 points.
Yeah.
So that was a bit of a rubbery.
But that one was from what I've seen on.
Well there's one of the scorecards was 96, 93. That's the correct score.
From what I've seen on the
all
the social media, no one had Fisher winning.
No.
No one.
It's hard to see it. Like the first 4 rounds, he didn't really get anything.
Yeah.
The last one, you can give the 10th round.
Yeah, but that makes it 5-5, and then,
And a
like
point.
I say...
Yeah, you can't give him the fight. It's 5-5 and a round, a point the other way. So it could be like
what
95.
were the full scorecards?
It was 95-94 to Fisher, 93-96 to Allen, which, like I said, is the correct scorecard, and 95-94 to Fisher.
Okay, so they went not massively wide, but...
Yeah, but you got to take into account that's a knockdown, so it's like another point. Add on, so it's like 2 rounds, it's 6-4, isn't it? Basically.
I'm gonna watch it again.
Yeah,
and see.
And the closest I can get it is 5-5, and then you give the knockdown gives the extra point. So it should be like what's 5-5 is 95.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you take the point off. So 95. So you could see 95-94 for Allen, or you can see 96-93. But like how you can get it 95-94 the other way with a knockdown, which is 96-90, is 6-4
We'll
basically in rounds. We'll watch it again and analyse, but yeah, can't see it. Okie dokie. So yeah, we don't really know what's going to happen there because it was close. It's what Fisher picks up and then who he can go.
I mean, Fisher he's had to go to hospital for scans. He's had to have his ear drained. So he might be on the sidelines for a good few months.
They're both going to take time to recover.
Dave Allen, be so proud of yourself, mate, because you were absolutely fantastic and you proved me wrong. I thought you were done, but you're not. Come back, mate. Do proper training camps again because,
there's a performance there still.
There's British heavyweights there that you can beat. There's European heavyweights that you can beat. So
he deserves another try.
Please don't give up. I know you're a family man now and you've got 2 kids, and you should be so proud of yourself because. I stood up and gave a standing ovation on my own after that fight because I thought you were absolutely fantastic. The fight was fantastic. The pair of yous have got chins like granite. So,
respect to both. But Allen should have won. That's it. Lowe versus McGregor. I think that was the right result. Really good scorecard.
Yeah, I think McGregor's
the better boxer.
Yeah, and he showed that. And oh my God, that stupid mouthpiece was doing me head in. The referee was doing me head in.
What was up with that? Like it looked like you were spitting it out a couple of times.
Just winding me up to death. The referee kept getting in the way. It was
ruined the fight a bit, but the correct man won, and it was quite
McGregor.
clear.
I think he needed that. He needed to prove a lot of people wrong after a couple of his recent performances. He looks in great shape. I think he just showed he's just a superior boxer in that department. Isaac Lowe's a great fighter.
Yeah, but McGregor was the more skillful. I don't think there's much more to say.
No, not really. He could, a big show in Scotland for McGregor. That'd be good.
Right, next one. They haven't got all of them on here, so he's going to do McGrail and Edwards.
This was a good fight as well.
Closer than I think most people thought it was going to be. It's closer than I think we thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Edwards put up a
damn good. But did come in at what, like a week, not even a week's notice, was it?
Yeah.
It wasn't even his weight.
No. And it was a really close fight.
I think I had Edwards winning it, if I remember rightly, by a round.
No, I think I had McGrail by a round, but 2 rounds. But yeah, but you can make a case.
Yeah,
because some of the work from Edwards was fantastic. I think McGrail near the end adjusted and then got back those rounds. But there was points where Edwards was winning the fight.
Yeah, and like I say,
he was ahead.
He's come up in weight. He looked comfortable there. I don't think he'll stay at that weight. I think he'll go back down to his normal weight. I wouldn't take the loss as anything really. really bad. You've, like you say, you've come in at however many days' notice. You've had to fly over to Saudi, which isn't the best of flights, is it? I mean, it might have been, with you most probably.
Well, even look after, but you get in a week.
Yeah.
How long have you got to repair? To prepare, not repair.
So
it's a fantastic.
Yeah. As for McCann, he moves on, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Moves on. It was unfortunate that we didn't get the original fight, but
McGrail, you mean?
McGrail.
McCann was the one who caused the problem in the first place.
McGrail moves on.
It was a good performance, but it was a tougher fight than thingy. But I think that's credit to Reece Edwards. And yeah,
it's always hard. It's always hard, isn't it?
It's a close fight. Yeah, I think McGrail won.
I think
it was a very. I think
I'd give it Edwards because of you've come in a few days' notice and put that performance in, mate.
I think a lot of them give that
fair dues to
analyze it without the neutrally. Yeah, it's close. It's 1 or 2 rounds to McGrail. But very, very good performance. So credit to both. And yeah, especially credit to Reece Edwards for
taking the
for
fight.
Giving us the fight and giving us the opportunity to watch it. Right. And then there was two Russian ones.
Cut that out.
Cut that out. Ukrainian fights. There was Daniel Lapin, who is one of, I think, Usyk's promotions, Usyk 17 promotion guys.
Yeah, performance.
Yeah. I think he could have knocked him out. I think his corner told him, look,
I don't think he believes in his power yet.
Maybe.
Don't believe. I don't think he.
Well, there was a bit in the corner where they were just saying, yeah, just box. Don't go for it. Just.
It's a few
but
more
he's
fights.
got a good skill. Yeah.
He could cause a few issues if he steps up in level. He could cause a few issues in because just the sheer size of him. But he's got good speed as well. Good footwear.
All the basics are there. You can see it. Yeah, he needs experience. He's a bit raw, but
he could cause a few
issues. There's a lot to build on. And yeah, it was a unanimous decision against Dylan Colin. It was a bit one-way contest, really. And he rocked him a bit, but then he sort of let it go, let him catch up, and then breathe. So there's a bit of development to do in professionalism and experience. But yeah, fantastic performance. And then there's Andrei Novytskyi. I hope I spelled that right.
I didn't watch that one.
There's the heavyweight one as well. That was probably the weaker Ukrainian performance on the day. Although he's a good boxer, but I think Ramires was like at Dave Allen, gave a bit more
than he was meant to.
Well, I think they put him in for a tough test because Ramires has never been knocked out or whatever. I don't think he's been stopped. Edgar Ramires. So it's like one of those. It's like a test of are you at the level basically as a Dave Allen is for the man.
Yeah.
And I think Ramires did better than most people expected to. Novytskyi did win the fight, I think, but yeah, it was a closer than I think they were expecting him to blow away. But yeah, he looks a good prospect as well. I think, again, this will be good experience. You need to go into have these tougher fights. I think that's the thing where we need to see like we said with Moses Itauma, they need to have the tougher. How do you deal with adversity in a fight?
Yeah.
Not just where you're knocking them out clean in every round, in the first round. So yeah, I think, and so it was basically 4 good wins for Ukraine, so not bad. His was the weakest, but yeah, he's still, you can see there's something there. He's a good prospect as well. A heavyweight, although heavyweight is tough, and division. All of them are tough divisions. And I think that's all of them. That
was Riyadh season for the end of 2024. Good way to end.
And we look forward to the one in February, which could be even more epic.
Yeah, wow.
And they are getting really good at putting on a show. So thank you very much, His Excellency, and all the Riyadh season things, and all the fighters for entertaining us. It was
really good.
Some fantastic fights.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so we hope you enjoyed. Wait for our next one we will be doing, and subscribe and comment and let us know what you think.
How did you score the
and how did you score the closer
Fury
fights?
Usyk, how did you score that?
And Allen and Fisher.
I think
think most people in Alan's camp.
Yeah.
There. I haven't seen anybody go. I think even his own like coach was like, yeah, we were lucky. A Fisher's coach. So, yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much.